Hi, everyone. I'm Matt Haynes. I'm an audiobook narrator,
And I'm Trenton Bennett, and I'm an audiobook narrator.
and we're here to talk about the industry and how you authors might and colleagues might fit into it and grow your dreams through this wonderful medium. Trenton, take it away.
Sure thing, Matt. So I think I've mentioned before that I recently did the Audiobooks at Sea cruise, and that was a really great chance to talk to a lot of people across the industry, coaches, casting directors, and colleagues. But the important takeaway there is when you get other people to give you both opportunities and positive feedback about things where areas where you could be successful, you want to take advantage of that. And sometimes we get done with the show, we come home, we let things wind down, and we don't get around to it. It's really important to strike while the iron is hot, as the saying goes, and take advantage of that momentum to move into it. Because sometimes when you let it sit, it seems a little harder to get back into. And ultimately, it was really an easy task all along, but you kind of like got in your own head and made it harder. And the example I'll give is when I first started taking Shotokan many, many years ago, and I was just trying to learn, there might be times where I'd go a few weeks and I'd miss it. And my sensei said, trying to learn karate is a bit like trying to boil water. When you put the water on the burner, it's going to take a while to boil. But if you keep taking it off the burner, it's never really going to get there. You have to keep it rolling on the burner. It's the same thing here. You have to keep things moving forward, even if you feel like it's easy to get distracted or you go, oh, I can do that in a couple of months from now. Take advantage of the momentum while it's there. People gave me positive feedback and good suggestions. I took action on them. And the other piece of that is I went back to some of those people, thanked them for that advice,
Mhm.
and told them that I've taken that action.
And I mean, it applies for those of us who are narrating, and also those of us who are trying to get our books up for narration. Now, there's a difference between that and feeling pressured to buy now or else type of thing. And if it doesn't feel like the right time for you to make your book an audiobook, okay. But if it seems like everything makes sense and you've found a narrator who you trust, who you really like, probably a good idea to put the wheels in motion and check in with your community as well and see if they will support you in this endeavor through crowdfunding or through just if then scenarios if you're worried about things that might go wrong. But do follow up, and it's okay to the pot will boil if even if it's on a simmer, it will eventually boil. So,
You
great.
just got to not take it off the heat.
I'll take it off the heat, right? And taking it off the heat does not mean, well, boy, the longer I take it off the heat, then I'll knock it out and it'll be boiling in like 1 second when I'm truly ready to have it boil. No, it doesn't work that way.
It's still a slow progression. It's still a bit of
Still
a
a slow
long
burn.
game. And that's part
Exactly.
of why you have to stay active in it and not get discouraged, not give up, but also not procrastinate. We all have
Hmm.
that problem. Don't do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let the momentum keep going and don't lose
Yeah.
it.
Let the momentum keep going. Great. Great theme for the springtime.
I
Well,
don't know
I'm
if it
Matt
helps,
Haynes.
but you know what?
Ah,
It took me 6 years to get my black belt, just so you know.
mm, mm,
So this is a good example of that. It's like, okay, well, it wasn't going to happen in 6 months or even 8 months or a year. I had to
mm.
just keep the momentum to get there.
And sorry, I cut you off doing the outro prematurely. I'm glad that
Sorry.
that this has come up because I recently had a success story of I do what I call the senior shuffle when I'm jogging. I jog, but I jog so slowly that my girlfriend literally can walk faster than me when she's beside me. But I went from jogging 1 mile, I think back in January, and still getting up in the morning, doing my senior shuffle. You're feeling honestly a bit pathetic, but still doing it, still doing it, still doing it. And this week I have now been able to 2 times complete 6 miles and barely feel it.
Whoo!
So, it's what Trenton says is true. And what does it come down to? It comes down to A, striking while the iron is hot and just being like, yeah, I think I can handle this. Let's do it. And then B, when it stops being so exciting, to still tend to it and honor it.
It'll happen,
It'll
even
happen.
on the days when it doesn't seem like it. Don't
Yep.
stop.
Well, I'm Matt Haynes.
And I'm Trenton Bennett.
And as your narrators and guides through this world of audio, I hope that our voices and your ears meet again real soon.
Thanks, Matt. Thanks, everybody.
And
Your wallpaper's really cool.
oh, thanks.